Now here's where it gets embarrassing. But I don't care who you are. It's tough to lay this kind of emotion out in front of people. So all the on-bike video clips were recorded back in March of 2019. But this isn't really the way I wanted to present any of this, and it's held up this video series for 2 years. But as many times as I've tried to record this, I can't keep it together. Sharon seems to think it's my form of PTSD. I'm more inclined to think that I'm just a big baby. But anyway, here it is, folks. Get ready for real.
I was relieved to know that somebody thought they knew what was wrong with me specifically. But what I said to her was, "Oh my God, now what?" I had no idea. And she looked at me and said, "Well, lay down and I'll fix it." Lay down and I'll fix it. Are you shitting me? 17 years of this, and it's lay down and I'll fix it? Are you shitting me? Folks, I was so pissed, so happy, and so everything at once. And I laid down on my back, and she said, this may hurt. Jerked my leg towards her 5 times, stopped and did it another 5 times. And listen, folks, I don't mean to make light of this, but I have to tell you that when I was sitting there and she jerked my leg like that, I thought to myself, seriously, this is it? I drove 16 hours for this? This is going to fix me after 17 years? Come on. Then she told me to sit on the edge of the table and rotate my body 10 times clockwise. And then at the end, twist my body to the right and hold it 5 seconds 3 times. I'm sitting on the table, rotating my body clockwise 10 times, and I'm thinking to myself, this is like voodoo stuff, man. We're going to be sacrificing a chicken here any minute. You know, I had been to so many people who were supposed to, experts, they were supposed to help me, and they had. That this lady in Georgia, God bless her, I just didn't know. I just didn't know. So after I had rotated and held a twist and all of that stuff, she told me to lay down, and she said on the 3rd exhale, inhale, and then on the 3rd exhale, I'm going to follow with pressure on your sacrum. And when she did that, there were like 3 or 4 pops, like big pops. I could feel them. And then she said to my wife, "Sharon, come here. I'm going to show you how to do this in case it ever happens again." She did the same thing, only she put more pressure. And I think Vicky started it, but I think Sharon is the one who really kind of ended up unlocking the other side of my sacrum, because she put pressure on, a lot more pressure, and I got like 6 pops. And seriously, folks, I was pain-free. The sciatic pain that I had suffered from for 17 freaking years was just gone. And I was so stunned, I really kind of didn't acknowledge it until we got outside. And Sharon said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I don't have any pain. I mean, I have my hip pain. I know that's different, but I have no more pain." And when we got back to the hotel, Sharon told me to come to bed, and I laid down on my side, pain-free for the first time in 17 years. And seriously, folks, my body just started uncontrollably laughing. You have no idea what it's like to be pain-free after all those years. And Vicky Sims did it.
Now, while telling doctors for 17 years that my pelvis was locked, what in actuality had happened was that I had a bilaterally locked sacrum. In essence, my pelvis was locked. And Vicky said in 41 years of practice, she's only seen that one other time. She also showed me why my hips had been destroyed by placing a skeleton in the same position that my body had been in, with all the twists and misalignments and locking sacrums, and it became pretty apparent that my body had drawn my hips in so tight that they just were ground to dust over the course of 17 years.
I couldn't get my head around having two hips replaced at the same time. I kept thinking to myself, how am I going to even walk? I couldn't even conceive of it. And honestly, folks, I was scared to death to have two hips replaced. I thought, I'll never walk again. But I also thought, this is my only chance at ever walking again. I have to do this. I can remember waking up in surgery after in recovery and thinking to myself, I have no pain. I mean, folks, I didn't have any pain. I didn't have pain from the surgery. Of course, I didn't realize I realized the kind of drugs they had me on. But it was the first time in 17 years that I was completely pain-free. None. No hip pain, no sacroiliac joint pain. And my life has changed. My life has transformed. I have a life. And here's the thing, folks. If I had listened, I believe in my heart that if I had listened to Dr. Ward, who said you're wasting your money to go to Georgia, that I would have been a cripple with new hips. I'm convinced I still would have had that pain.
Okay.
So, thank you, Vicky Sims. I told you, every mile that I ride is dedicated to you. There isn't a day goes by that I don't thank God for bringing you to me and for bringing Dr. Ward to me. Every day I say a prayer of thanks for you guys. You know, folks, there's an old expression, God works in mysterious ways. And I can tell you that he does. He worked in very mysterious ways to deliver me a miracle. I know that I'm not worthy of it, but I got it just the same.
Are we going to move back and forth?
I told you in my first video, this is a lot of why I do these videos, to take people along who might be like me, who need that little virtual ride the way I used to. And now I can tell you a story of my 2018 10,000-mile miracle.